Welcome to Stallion Stampede. I'm your host, Angelo Fioris, part of USFL Today. Make sure you follow us at USFL Today on Twitter and set your notifications on YouTube for our channel at USFL Today so you don't miss any of our new episodes that are rolling out as we make our way to kickoff, which is coming up this week. I can't believe we're already there. This is our first in-season show of the year, and I'm psyched to kick off the regular season episodes with my guest, the SharkDawg himself, Scooby Wright. Welcome, Scooby. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Oh, man, I'm doing great. I'm super psyched for this game coming up on Saturday, and I mean, you guys have to be excited as well to start defending your crown.
Yeah, I know. I mean, game one, it'll be a good tone setter home game for us, the primetime television. So, I mean, as a defense, we're looking forward to going out there. We're returning a lot of guys and just do what we need to do to go be successful.
Yeah, that continuity is huge for you guys. I mean, Gates moved on, but the next 6 or 7 top tacklers on the team have all returned. So there's no question that familiarity, you guys understanding where everybody's going to be on the field much better than, probably took you half the season to start figuring that out last year, huh?
Yeah, no doubt. That chemistry, it's not coachable. You can't teach that. You can't teach communication. I mean, we have a new defensive backs coach this year, and one of the things that he talks about is how well we communicate as a defense. I mean, we might not know, we might mess something up, whatever, but we're going to all play the same way. We're all going to be wrong, so we're all right, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I do. It makes sense because it's like you guys cover for each other in many ways, mentally as well as on the field of play, I imagine.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and another thing I just want to get this out there and say, like, we're obviously going to miss Yates. I mean, he went on. I mean, when you see one of your dogs make it out the hood, that's kind of been a joke going around. But
right.
But yeah, we're super happy for him, and he's going to go on and go do great things. So we have other guys in the room that are going to step up and play well. And yeah, we have, I mean, the linebackers, we're looking forward to having a deep room and going from there.
Tell me about your offseason. You're the champ. You left Canton last year with the trophy in your hand. And let's talk about what your offseason was like in terms of just compared to other years.
This is probably one of the weirdest off seasons I've ever had, but I was probably the most consistent I've been with my football training, because the last couple of years I was kind of, not want to say I got away from football training. I mean, actually, yeah, I would say I got away from football training. I was doing more martial arts, Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, and that. But yeah, right after I went to Exos. I got healthy right away, and then I was training martial arts out there at this gym called Fight Ready in Scottsdale. It was Henry Cejudo's gym. It was pretty cool. You guys got to meet Eric Anders. He's a former University of Alabama football player. Got to meet him, and then some other pro fighters. It was really, really cool. And then I was doing sideline commentary, doing colors commentary, interviewing coaches, high school game of the weeks, and then got an opportunity to go try out with the WWE 2 times, and that was a great experience. So yeah, I got to go. I got to go do a lot of different things in this off season. So it was a lot of growth, a lot of different experiences. But yeah, 12-year-old Scooby's looking up, saying, "Yeah, you're doing it."
Yeah, man, that is pretty cool. I mean, you are truly living your best life. Let me go back to something you alluded to and take it a little further, if I can, Scooby. You mentioned about how you were working out and training the last couple of years, but not so much like football style training. And would you say that, because of the fact that there wasn't any football opportunities, but even last year, prior to last year, would you say that a lot of guys came to camp, let's say, in shape, but not necessarily in like football shape from a technique standpoint?
Yeah, I mean, technique comes and goes. That's like riding a bike. I mean, there's rules of football. There's kind of, you know what to do, so you have to have your eyes in the right places and just react. But yeah, 100%. I mean, for me personally, for example, I was getting ready to go make 185 pounds fighting. That was the weight class I was getting down to.
Wow.
I competed a couple of times at 195. And then a handful of times at 205 for my jiu-jitsu stuff. But yeah, so I came in at training camp probably last year, maybe 217, and then the first day I just kept putting on weight. So I probably played at like 225. But yeah, I mean, guys are definitely like, yeah, we were having this conversation yesterday with some of the guys, and just how much better we are coming into training camp this year than last year. So I feel like it's gonna be a lot better product coming onto the field.
Certain sharpness that might not have been there in the opening week last year.
Yeah, I mean, 100%, because guys knew what they were coming into. I mean, for me, I knew. I mean, this is the second time in my career. Second, I've been playing. I've been playing pro football since I've been 21 years old. I'm 28 right now. This is the second time in my career I've been in the same playbook 2 years in a row. So
you're a fortunate one to have had a second opportunity to come back with another team. A lot of guys don't get a second crack at the same playbook. This is a unique experience for a lot of the players in the league to be on the same team again and working alongside a lot of the same guys.
yeah, 100%. That's what makes it really cool. I mean, we're truly building the foundation, building team chemistry of what we want to have and how we want to go about our business. I mean, there's been times when we had to tell the guys, hey, we don't do that. That's not how we go about our defense. We do it this way. So I mean, guys are buying in now. So it's gonna be super exciting.
Hey, let me ask you, what do you have to do to get down to 185, man?
Well, I was walking around at like probably like because I probably cut like 8 pounds that day, and it wasn't like a super hard cut, so I got down to 194. But I probably could have gotten down to it if I would have stayed at it. But that was right before I went to the fire. That was right before the fire academy. So then I went to the fire academy, and then I was just doing jiu-jitsu. So then I put on weight and stuff, and then the USFL opportunity came right when I was supposed to get ready for my fight last April.
Any plans to go back
to
fight, to get into a fight again?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, whenever I'm done with football, I mean, I've trained too much of it, and I have the camaraderie in martial arts is second to none. I mean, the guys are super cool. It's super fun. I mean, and it's a different mindset. It kind of gives you a little different. I don't know. It's just different. It's hard to explain, but yeah,
So,
I definitely
more of a one-on-one sport. I mean, it is a one-on-one sport compared to the team dynamic. But I guess when you're in a group that trains together, it's still a team, isn't it?
Yeah, to an extent. I mean, my coach Alan Sanchez, he's a top 10 170-pound black belt in the world in no gi. And so yeah, I mean, and then his coach then. Yeah, so it's like my jiu-jitsu school comes from a really good lineage. I mean, Eddie Bravo, it's really cool. So I have some really good coaches.
Tell me about camp now. As the defense was coming together, like you said, a lot of the guys are back from last year. Which of the new players has stood out that kind of made an impression on you? Who should we be looking out for, say, against the Generals on Saturday night, aside from the cast that we know?
Probably Jordan Thompson, one of our newer defensive linemen. He came in last year and was doing really well. And then he got hurt, I think, in one of our practices or whatever. But he's going to be a really good player. He's going to be a good interior defensive lineman that's really going to stick out. So, yeah, I mean, other than that, we got our whole entire defense is coming back, to be honest. I mean, so we got some good guys coming in, some good pass rushers. We got JoJo, number 47. He's looking to bring some sauce off the edge, so that'd be exciting to see. Yeah.
Well, it's going to be a great season for you guys. I feel like you're the prohibitive favorite to be back in the championship game to defend your crown. I'm having a hard time seeing teams leapfrog the Stallions with all the continuity you guys got coming back, and still, the crowd behind you for another 5 or 6 games at Protective Stadium.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, one of the biggest things we preached last year was just being on the right page, of the defense being on the right page, but it's a team game. So, I mean, defense does win championships, but we still have to play well in the other 2 phases. Our offense has to play well, has to play complementary football. Our special teams have to play well, which the way things are looking, it's going to be a great year. I mean, everybody's coming back. Everybody's healthy. I mean, I think it's gonna be something special.
The Stallions allowed less than 100 yards per game on the ground last year, but in the inaugural matchup, the Generals seemed to run the ball quite well to the tune of 222 yards, including 24 straight running plays at one point. Talk to me about, after what happened last year, they ran on you guys better than anybody else did during the course of the season. What's the thought process into changing that outcome for this game coming up tonight?
I think there's a lot of different things that factor in. I feel like we're returning a lot of guys on defense, so we're more comfortable with the playbook and the schematic of what's going on. And I remember they're really only beating us. I mean, I remember I missed a few tackles in the backfield in that game. I think I missed like 2 or 3 TFLs in that game, looking back from game 1. But hopefully we just come in and just do what we need to do and just be disciplined. I mean, I think in that game last year when you were talking about those that many rushing yards, I think that has to do with more so guys being out of their gaps and stuff, not being disciplined within the playbook, and just now we're so much more comfortable within the scheme and stuff. And I feel like it'll be a different outcome. But we just got to make sure we play the quarterback when he pulls the ball on his own reads and such, and just kind of go from there.
Yeah, DeAndre Johnson poses that challenge where he is a true run pass threat, unlike a lot of other quarterbacks. And he did run for 99 yards against you guys in that opening matchup. Anything special that you schemed for to try to contain him, or is it sort of just a byproduct of what you're doing overall?
It's kind of a byproduct of the rules of our defense. I mean, you have this gap, he has that gap. I mean, it's pretty simple when you break it down and X's and O's factors on the whiteboard. But we look forward to a great game and doing what we need to do to be successful.
How's the buzz in Birmingham this year amongst the fans in the community, say, compared to a year ago when you weren't as well known and not the defending champs? Big difference in the community this year?
Yeah, I think there is. I mean, I feel like people are more bought in because there's not 8 teams here. There's only 2. And we've always been a true home team in the USFL. I've said that since game 1. It's been kind of cool. But I think there is. I think people are excited about it. People love their football here in Birmingham. And I'm very excited to see how many people come out to Protective Stadium on that Saturday night.
It's going to be very interesting. Last year, it looked like it was going to be a big crowd until the rain came, but factor in that you're a known commodity now, and the Generals were a pretty good team last year, and it makes for a pretty great matchup. And you had a great game in that opening game last year. You forced that fumble on Luis Perez just before the half when the Generals were driving. So I'm looking for more of the same out of you again tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to going out there and playing a great game.
I wish you a lot of luck this season. Good luck on opening night against New Jersey, Scooby. Thanks for taking the time out to join us. Come back again during the season, will you?
Yeah, no doubt. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it was great to have you. I appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, the SharkDawg, Scooby Wright from the defending USFL champion Birmingham Stallions. That's it for this edition of Stallion Stampede. Make sure you set your notifications at USFL Today on YouTube and follow us on Twitter at USFL Today. Thanks. We'll see you next week with another great Birmingham Stallions player on Stallion Stampede.